is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, powered today by BetUS, and we are going to be diving into the game on Sunday, specifically by left guard Patrick Mekari, going from the rotation at right tackle, going from basically being six-man first backup at every position to grabbing this left guard position from Andrew Voorhees when he got hurt. And, Voorhees got back full participant last week, and the Ravens O-line has been playing so well that it seems like they couldn't just go away from what's been working. And it's hard to watch Patrick Mekari's game like we're going to see here and think that that is going to change anytime soon. I thought he had a hell of a game. Really excited to break it down. If you guys are excited to watch it, if you're excited about what you're seeing from 65 in there at left guard 1, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this O-line battle. And before we jump into it, big thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video. Lines for next Monday. Ravens are playing Monday Night Football. They're opening as 3.5-point favorites with an over-under at 48. I don't know about you guys, but with the way the Ravens and the Bucs offenses have been playing, I'm going to be smashing that over. And I also think this is going to be another game where the Ravens are only 3.5-point favorites because they're on the road. I really like them in this matchup. I don't know how that Bucs defense is going to stop this team. Obviously, the Bucs can score. Looking forward to watching it. Go over there. Use promo code YouTube150 for 150% sign-up bonus. Go get some free money. You'll get 125% on your next 2 deposits and up to a maximum of $2,000. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring. We're going to start here in pass protection, take a look at some of the key plays. Now, I'll try and distinguish between when it's a true pass set, when it's a play action play, but there are some key things even on play action dropbacks where we can take a look at some key things that Mekari's doing so well. Notably, just before we hop into it, his processing and his ability to create leverage in his hands in pass protection are really how he's winning with his quick sets, specifically with how he creates that leverage in his hands. So we're going to go through it here. Let's start. And so right here, you're going to see the processing. So this is a quick play, not necessarily anything too crazy, but you watch that inside hand, that right hand of his. He is going to read he's got a 4-eye tech here, head up on him, and he's going to step out and immediately see his feet. He's basically going to read him, and as soon as he does, you can see that right hand right here already coming out. He already knows he's stepping and going for that stunt, and so he's going to reach over, squeeze, and you're going to see Linderbaum come off. So that's just quick processing. That's something that he does so well. It's what gives him that competitive advantage because he has such a lack of length, lack of strength, shorter guy, maybe not so much at guard, but when he's at tackle, but he processes the game so well, super athletic. So you're going to see right there, just that quick processing. That's really one of those things that gives him a competitive advantage. Now he's got a 3-tech head up on him, and this is where we're going to create that good leverage in our hands. This is a play action pass, so very cognizant of the type of drop back. But you see right here, those hands are out. So he's going to actually quick set, and you can see right there in his right foot. And this is something I've wanted Daniel Falele to do all year, just quick set, get your hands on him. But watch just right there, that right foot goes forward right into his post step rather than stepping into a kick step with his outside foot. So right there, bam, and his hands pop up. So right there, bam, knockback. That creates a little bit of space. Now here, he's going to give up the inside, but he recovers quite well here as he's able to push him into Tyler Linderbaum. And this is one of those things where playing in more of a phone booth can really help Patrick Mekari, because as he starts to get beat, if this is outside at tackle, this is where he can start to lose. Given that margin of error with his arm length, he can start to lose some of the space. But because he's in a phone booth, he has players closer to him. He's got that help man here in Tyler Linderbaum. He can angle towards him and get that help right there. And it shortens up space and creates these opportunities to recover. And you can see right there, he's going to finish in a really good position. So no pressure given up on this play, and just that quick set, the way he creates that torque in his hands, getting that knockback, that's what creates that opportunity for him to recover, really increases his margin for error. Now we're going to get a play here. You can see this is where the Commanders were coming out here really to stop the run. So they're going to come out in a bear alignment. They got the 2 edge players, and then they got 3 techs and a 0 tech over top of Tyler Linderbaum. Ravens are going to once again play action. So again, play action pass, no doubt about it. And really what I wanted to show here is Mekari finding work, continuing to process. So you can see he has no one to block. And this will happen sometimes in these play action concepts. You can see him constantly looking around, going in, finding work as this comes out. So really just to show him, never a lazy rep for him. He's always working. He's always looking for someone to hit, someone to block, and just that tight processing, because if someone comes off, someone loses last minute, he's able to jump in there if it's at one of his sides and be that help man. So that's what we want to see. Now we got a 2-tech head up on him. Tyler Linderbaum's going to slide away from him. So you see Tyler Linderbaum slide to his right. We got a pass set here. He's going to push him across, and he's going to process that stunt. So you're going to see right there, as Linderbaum starts to slide, he starts to read this. Again, it's another stunt. They're going to come inside, loop this guy around. Mekari's going to pass off, pick up that delayed, and then bring him back across for that contact point. So he processes at such a high level. It's nonstop. Now we're in here, true 5-man protection look, no tight end, no running back. And Mekari's going to get those quick hands and pick up another stunt. And so they get pressure here from the right side, but the left side, him and Ronnie Stanley handled this so well. So again, we're going to see that quick set. You're going to see that right foot is going to step up first. And again, that's his whole plan here. He wants to get out there. He wants to get that knockback in his hands to be able to increase that margin for error. So you see right there, out in good position. He's going to, and I think right here, as he hops out, the defender kind of, swats his hands but doesn't come forward, and I think that's what starts to make him think he's got to read that stunt and he might be a looper. So as Mekari does that, he's going to turn back inwards, see right there, and he's going to pick that up and get himself in a good position right here as Ronnie Stanley's going to pick that up. The pressure comes here from the right side with Falele and Rosengarten handing that off. But Mekari and Stanley do such a good job here. And again, this is just that quick processing that Mekari picks up on so well. And, I love that combination on the left side as two true pass protectors on the left side. Ronnie Stanley, Patrick Mekari, very similar guys that aren't going to, ironically enough, be road graders in the run game, but guys that are high-level pass protectors and super athletic in the run game, and I think that's really what's leading to a lot of those toss plays to the left, and we'll get into the run game here in a bit, but that's putting those two really solid athletes, obviously with what Tyler Linderbaum can do, 3 really good athletes in a row on the left side of the line, giving some of those springs on the left, but also being high-level pass protectors. And so here we're going to see that quick set again. You see him pop right out. And this time, it's rather than just a one step forward, he actually hops forward with both feet and gets them parallel. So boom, pop forward, hands on, and look at that. Just absolute hand fighting here. Nice and low. He's going to keep that wide base, like that's insanely wide, and he's going to keep that arch back all the way through this rep, and he's just going to let his feet fire through this and just be a pain in the rear for this defensive tackle. That is an absolutely spectacular pass set. And this is that 25-yard gain to Nelson Aguilar. He's going to drag across here, wide open. And that's just the fact that it's going right over Mekari, deep pocket, lots of room. That's able to develop, just a thing of beauty. Here we're going to get the 2 linebackers up here mugging the A-gaps. I guess they're lined up. Yeah, they're in the A-gap. They're kind of like 2 I-techs. But then you got the defensive tackles out here on the tackles as 4 techs and then edge players. And the Ravens are going to answer this with a 5-man line, tight end out here, and Justice Hill in. Justice Hill is going to stand and block. And this is just, so many guys play this well. Like almost everybody executes. Tyler Linderbaum loses a little bit there, but Justice Hill blocks 2 guys. Shout out Justice Hill. His pass protection has been absolutely insane. But if you're going to watch Patrick Mekari, this is what he's going to do so well. So they're going to basically concede that Hill's going to step up. The protection call is obviously Justice Hill stepping up inside. You can see right there. And that's where they're going to create their numbers. So they got a 6-man protection against a 6-man pressure. Hill's going to step up, and their linebackers are going to run a stunt, and that's how Linderbaum gets a little lost here, and Hill has to recover. But Mekari's just kicking out to this 4-tech. And so Mekari's going to get out, and just good inside hands. And look at that arch back right there. Just completely stunts him. And this is really where his experience at tackle, having to kick out into space. We talked about this a lot last week with Daniel Falele. So on a play where they have to kick out into space, this really does create a good advantage. I mean, no disrespect to Falele. He handles business on the right side, but Mekari gets out there as a tackle and just, is able to anchor against that. That's an easy rep for him. Good completion to Zay Flowers. He's got a 2-tech head up on him here, and he's going to kick out. And this is a play where he's actually going to save Lamar Jackson's bacon. And so what they're going to do here in the Washington defense, and I think Ronnie misses the motion. So you see the linebacker number 4. He's going to step up to the edge last second. They obviously, Linderbaum's taking over the 1-tech here. Mekari and Stanley are coming out, and it's just a simple 2-on-2. They're playing the inside man, but it's almost as if Stanley doesn't think he has Mekari's help coming over to this way, because Stanley takes the first guy rather than going wider to the second guy. So at this point, Stanley and Mekari are both blocking the same guy. The linebacker now has a free shot at Lamar Jackson. Now he is going to step up, but Mekari reacting here, seeing this and making some sort of disruption to number 4 is what avoids Lamar getting smacked here. So you can see right there, as it's going to come, he has to try and bend the edge at this point. He can't just get a free shot. That was a free shot to Lamar Jackson's blind side if Mekari doesn't recover there. And obviously, Lamar's going to step up. He's not going to get absolutely hammered. Obviously, Lamar sees this right there, but that would have been a much harder hit in the backfield for a sack rather than it being, I think this goes for like a 1-yard gain. But Mekari reading that, again, his processing is so high level, gets out there, saves Lamar Jackson's ass. Thank God, because that could have been a nasty, nasty hit, especially if Lamar didn't see it coming from his blind side. We're going to get the 1-tech here, and we're going to quick set again. See right there, there's that right foot jolting forward. Going to overtake that inside leverage point right there, across that helmet. Boom. Look at that. Just that beautiful arch back that we like to see. Defender's kind of in the way, but you see it right there. There's that arch back. Just dominating in pass protection. Doing so well. It seems like every play the Ravens make a big pass, Mekari's just dominating in pass pro. Now they're going to bring up some delays here. They're going to bring up an edge defender last second. You've got the linebacker stepping up here on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man pressure look. They got a 6-man protection in if Hill stays. Hill is going to stay. They're going to do a full line slide left from Falele over. Hill's going to step up and take the linebacker. Mekari's got to kick out again, getting out in space against a 4-tech. He's going to get out there. And again, nice arch back, creating that. And this is really where I think his anchor has come a long way, especially at guard, because he's going to anchor this. I remember a lot of plays last time he played guard where he'd get walk back. And you can see him as he starts to anchor. He's doing it just enough to stay out of Lamar Jackson's lap. This is going to be that big completion to Rashad Bateman. So overall, Patrick Mekari just doing great things in pass protection. I think we get into the run game now. Now, here's something that I think Todd Monken did really well in this game. He knows that with his guards, he's got Daniel Falele, who in down block situations where he has to just down block, blow someone off the line, he's doing really well. But when he has to get out in space or be athletic, puller, that sort of thing, struggles a little bit more. Just, his natural size, his ability to create leverage, get low, all those good things. On the flip side, Mekari isn't known for his functional strength drive blocking in those down block situations, but is super athletic, super intelligent, so really high-level puller. All makes sense, right? So they're going to go power to the right, so you're going to get those down blocks from the right side of the line, Patrick Mekari pulling, and you're going to get that power to the right concept. And you can see right here exactly what I mean. Patrick Mekari is going to read this perfectly. He's going to see 11. He's going to hit him, and Derrick Henry's going to run that right up the middle for 15 yards. So, and that goes right off Falele's ass right there. So this is one of those things where, and I mean, the other bonus is because Rosengarten isn't, going to down block guys hard, but he gets a lot of those tray blocks with Charlie Kolar or another tight end in there. And so Kolar and Rosengarten are going to drive this 3-tech and just drive him into oblivion. You see Kolar come in, and they creates that 2-on-1. So it basically puts all these guys in a position to succeed. And Falele is going to drive here. Mekari's going to go out, find work. Rosengarten and Kolar are going to take care of business and create that hole. So just, one of those things from Todd Monken that really stood out to me, just putting guys in a position to succeed, Does it quite a few times. I don't know how many times I have the play in here. I think we're going to see it again on this one. Yeah, you see right there. So, again, same concept. Ricard's going to motion to the right, but down blocks from the right side of the line. Mekari's going to pull around. Stack box against a heavy formation. And, again, you see Mekari with the patience. And so this is what Mekari does so well. So he's going to pull. He's got the athleticism to get there. He's gotten to the gap, no problem. This is going to go right through this gap. Rather than trying to rush up and just try and make contact, he's going to slow down a little bit and make a read. And so as he does that, sees the defender come loose, and he's going to go in there and hit that seal. Rosengarten does just enough to create a little bit of a seam there. Derrick Henry hits it. Decent size gain. So just over and over and over and over again, really good work by Patrick Mekari getting out in space on these pulls to make, spring runs. Now, this is going to be the quarterback power to the right. So this was on 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 1, one of the two. And so the Ravens are really going to surprise them. And what Patrick Mekari does here isn't really big in the grand scheme of things. But again, his athleticism in the run game, he's going to be able to jump over to a zero tech and take that inside shoulder. So he's actually just going to shuffle step right there. And he's just going to, take that outside shoulder and take him out of the play. He can't chase it down. Justice Hill is going to make the key block there. Lamar goes for 33 yards on this one. But that zero tech, if he's able to penetrate the backfield, can, get up there. He is a zero tech chasing down Lamar Jackson, completely cognizant of the optics of that. But because there's a little bit of a delay there when the QB catches the ball and then takes off, that zero tech could, alter the quarterback. But Patrick Mekari's athleticism to jump across the gap and be able to seal that shoulder, super high level. Now we're going to get into zone right here. So Mekari's going to bang down. He's got the what do you call that? Wouldn't be a 2-eye, it'd be a 3-tech. So he's got a 3-tech here. He's got to bang down past to Stanley and then get into the second level. So right there, he's going to bang, get into that second level. Derrick Henry's just going to work off his block there. Boom, boom. So again, not driving guys, not known for doing that. That's not something that we're going to see from Patrick Mekari, but he's going to be able to make athletic blocks. He's going to be able to pass guys off and get into the second level and create those leverage points, and that's exactly what he does here. He locates the linebacker, which would be the will in this case, and get into that outside shoulder and, be able to get in his way. And sometimes that's just enough to create a seam here. And now we get into what I believe is a touchdown run. So they're going to run this off Falele's ass because it's a cut block. But watch what Patrick Mekari does here, because this is the thing of beauty. He's just going to drive that player, pancake him into the ground, roll over top of him. My God, Patrick Mekari deserves his flowers in this game. Look at that. Look at that finish. This kid has to be one of the toughest players on this Ravens roster. He's just always grinding out there. And this is just one of those plays everyone makes a block. You see Tyler Linderbaum's going to make a block. Daniel Falele is going to drive, create that cutback lane. Because this play is actually, you can see it right here in the first step, this play is designed to go to the left. So it's inside zone left, and they're going to hand it off right there to Henry. They're going to get the split block come, because it's split zone. So inside zone with a split block coming across, and Patrick Ricard's going to hammer that. Falele is going to clear this out. Tyler Linderbaum's going to make a block. Patrick Mekari is going to put someone's ass into the ground. Just one of those plays where everything comes together, and it's just a thing of beauty when you can get a run, you can get an offensive line, offensive unit run blocking this way. Now we're into closing time here, and this is the play. If you guys watched the videos yesterday, Washington stacking up that right side of the line. They're going to toss to the left. And there's Patrick Mekari. And I didn't notice this in my first watch through, but if you focus on Mekari, he falls. And so I originally thought he just literally tripped. Like, I thought he fell backwards. He's actually going to throw a cut block here. And that cut block is enough to create this seam. So watch Mekari. He gets out here in space, and he's got Bobby Wagner, I believe it's Bobby Wagner, coming across. It's their Mike linebacker, regardless. So Mekari's going to see that. That's his man. And, if you look out here, he could be out there making that play, right? Because, Henry's going to overlap. Henry's going to overlap Ricard and outrun him. There's that linebacker coming down, but he ends up tripped up and misses that tackle, and it's Patrick Mekari submarining him. So he's going to look back inside, see that, and he's going to go for a cut block. I think anyway. It doesn't really. He's running to the left. Like there's no way this is a trip, right? You guys tell me. That looks like he's doing this on purpose. Boom. Drop a comment down below. I'd love to know what you guys think. Because I honestly, the first time I watched this, if you guys watched the video yesterday, you'll know it was from the other angle. I have the alternative angle now, and it just looks different. It looks like Mekari does that on purpose, and that's what trips him. And that's what springs Henry when he goes for this massive gain. And that's pretty much what closes his game down. So, a lot to like here from Patrick Mekari. I don't know. There's no situation, maybe at the bye week, but leading up to the bye week, as long as Patrick Mekari's healthy, until he has a bad game, you can't take him out of that starting lineup. He did too well at right tackle. Now he's doing too well at left guard. No disrespect to Andrew Voorhees. I think he's going to get his shot again, but you got to leave Patrick Mekari in there to continue to grind this out. I know they've been worried about his health long term, but just too much upside there with how he's working with Ronnie Stanley, with Tyler Linderbaum. And to me, they're creating that athletic run blocking unit that Todd Monken wants to run this running scheme, where he's going to get guys outside the tackles, outside zone, tosses, all that good stuff. That works really well with a guy like Patrick Mekari, who's so intelligent and so athletic to get out there, make key blocks, be able to spring runs. So drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the left guard situation. What do you want to see going into Tampa Bay this weekend? Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video.